Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel DestinyMoonTarot. In today's reading, I'm going to be finding out messages of light for you. This reading has been inspired by the Festival of Lights, Diwali, which falls on the 25th of October this year. Today's reading is inspired by the Hindu festival of Diwali, which is the Festival of Lights. It's a festival that represents the victory of good over evil and light over darkness. It falls on the new moon in the month of Kartik based on the Hindu calendar every year, so the date changes every year. But this year, while I'm filming this video in 2022, Diwali falls on October the 25th. I realized that the normal date that I usually post my videos on is going to be Diwali this week, which is why I decided to film this video for you guys. There are messages in here for you irrespective of whether you celebrate Diwali or not. I want this channel and I want this community to be as inclusive as possible. So as always, I have 3 groups prepared for you guys. There's group number 1 with the opalite heart crystal, group 2 with the green aventurine heart crystal, and group 3 with the rose quartz heart crystal. So as always, you can take as much time as you need to make your decision. You can pause this video as well if you'd like to pick either one or multiple of these groups by either looking at the cards down here or the crystals up here. And once you have made your decision, you can find the timestamps that correlate to your group's reading in the description box below as well as in the pinned comment. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the opalite heart crystal. Let's find out what message of light there is for you. As always, I have all of your oracle cards pre-shuffled right here. I will also be bringing in the tarot for you. But yeah, let's get started with these cards first. I want to start off with this one first because yeah, this card in particular took a very long time to come out from the pile. So yeah, very excited to see this card. And this is the new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, next up we have loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Okay. Next up we have pride and we have love. All right. A message that I'm immediately getting for you guys, group number 1, is that maybe you are away from loved ones, away from your home, maybe at the moment, maybe during the festive season or for the holidays, you probably will not be able to meet up with your family due to some circumstances, or maybe because of like the whole pandemic situation, it has been a while since you have been able to meet your parents, or maybe, you know, the past couple of holidays you have felt like you weren't able to meet your family, or you have just at the moment been feeling a little bit lonely. Okay, whatever this is, whatever this situation is, I mean, you will know best because this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. The first message that's coming through for you is that you and your loved ones are safe, group number 1. If there is a certain loved one, or if you are currently maybe concerned about the health or the safety or the well-being of someone that you love, or your own safety and well-being at the moment, then yeah, a message of light for you is that there is hope at the end of the tunnel, and that everything is going to be okay, and that you and your loved ones are safe, you are protected, and you don't have to worry about your loved ones a lot. You don't have to be anxious about it. I mean, I understand that you are concerned about the people you love. That's very normal. That's only natural to, you know, be concerned for the people that we love, and to be concerned for our own safety, because yes, the world at the moment has been a little bit crazy. But a message of light to you is to have hope, is to have faith that there is a higher power, there is an entity that is looking over you and your loved ones, and that you are safe, you're all safe. If for a very few of you this is going to resonate with, but if there is a family member who you have just lost, or a loved one that you have just lost, in the sense that maybe they have passed away, and this is probably going to be the first holiday season without them, then there is just a message for you that, you know, that they are safe wherever they are. They're happy and they're safe, and they're looking after you and your loved ones. They are protecting you. This is possibly a message coming from a spirit guide who you knew, so, you know, maybe like a parent or a grandparent, a pet even. I mean, you don't even have to be like that closely related to them. This could even be like a spouse, like if you genuinely feel like you have lost a soulmate as well. They can also become our spirit guides. They also, you know, can look after us. So this is a message from somebody deceased, basically, that you know of, who's sending you a message that they are looking after you and your loved ones, and that you are safe, and that they are also safe. So you don't have to worry about where they are, and you don't have to worry about, especially if you felt like they were suffering a lot, or they suffered, or if they were someone who you were unable to meet. Maybe there was like a relative who was quite sick, who you couldn't somehow be by their side because of some reason, or maybe you just felt like you didn't fully know exactly how much pain they were going through. Like, you knew they were suffering, but of course we never really know exactly what someone else is going through, right? But if there's like this feeling within you that you maybe felt a little bit helpless, where you saw this person suffering but you weren't able to help them, or you feel like you were just feeling helpless, and you felt like there's nothing that you can do to relieve them of that pain and suffering, or help them through that pain or suffering. They're saying it's okay, they're fine now, they are okay. You don't have to feel bad about the suffering that they went through, because they're at peace now. That is a message that a deceased loved one definitely wants to give you, group number 1. But yeah, the message of light, I feel like, yeah, this was supposed to be a happy and a light message, but yeah, it started off on a very somber note, I feel. But I think the message of light that's coming through is, first of all, that you are safe, and that you are okay, and that you are at peace. You and your loved ones are safe. There's also a message of light coming to you, which is basically saying that if at the moment you have been feeling lonely, or maybe in the past couple of months, or your past energy has been one where you have been feeling alone or feeling lonely, that is coming to an end very soon. Group number 1, there's a higher spirit here. There is, like, you know, a higher entity here that's wanting you to not lose faith. They want you to have faith. They want you to just like have this belief that love is coming into your life, okay? Whether that's platonic, romantic, in whatever shape, way, or form it comes into your life, it is definitely going to make you feel a lot less lonely than you are right now, or that you have been feeling in the past couple of maybe weeks, months, years, even for some of you. There is also a sense here that your ancestors, there's like a higher power. Again, it's the universe, God, a higher power, your higher self. Maybe this deceased person as well, they're sending you a message that they're very proud of you. They're very proud of how far you have come. They're very proud of the person you have become. They're very proud of the way that you have handled yourself. They're also particularly very proud of you not falling prey to like codependency on someone else just because you're feeling lonely. I think you have been able to handle this period of loneliness with a lot of grace and a lot of dignity, and that is something that they're very proud of you for. They're very proud that you didn't take advantage of someone else, or that you haven't used anybody else in order to get rid of this loneliness, or in order to not feel this. I think they're also very proud of you for acknowledging how you're feeling and sitting with your feelings, and and not acting towards this feeling of loneliness from a place of selfishness, where you just want to, in some way or the other, just get rid of this loneliness, even if that means that you're taking advantage of someone who is maybe a lot more emotionally available than you. So they're very proud of you for not resorting to such means, and they're also just proud of you in life in general. Just I think there's like a lot of growth, a lot of healing that has happened. There's like a sense of self-awareness as well that has just maybe come into your life now, or maybe you've been working on it. Like being more self-aware is something you've been working on it, and that is something that your ancestors and like a higher power is very proud of you for. And a message of light for you is to keep going on that path, because you're on the right path, okay? Because love is coming into your life. This period almost feels like a period of like a test or a challenging time, there's no rainbow without a storm. This just feels like the storm energy. So of course what comes next is the rainbow, and they're very happy and very proud to be presenting that rainbow to you, because they definitely feel like you, out of all the people in the world, definitely deserve it, because you've been working on yourself, and you've also been just generally in life doing well and healing and becoming more self-aware, and you're working hard towards weathering the storm, which is why you deserve the rainbow. It's almost like how when you have to work hard for something, the reward just becomes a lot more enjoyable to you than if it was something that was just given to you, right? For example, if your parents told you that if you ace all of your exams, then they're gonna take you on a vacation to the beach, like and you do really well in your exams, and then they finally take you on that beach vacation, I think like how much you enjoy the beach vacation would be so much more than if your parents just would have gotten up one day and taken you to the beach. Not to say that that wouldn't be enjoyable, but we enjoy things a lot more when we feel like we've earned it and we have worked hard for it, and that we deserve it, right? When we know that we deserve things, it makes us enjoy that thing, or makes us enjoy the reward of that thing with a lot less guilt. And that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Like what's coming for you is going to be something that you are going to be able to enjoy guilt-free. So let's get your tarot now, group number 1. Let's find out what other messages of light there are for you from a higher power. Okay, so we have the Knight of Coins. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. The Two of Coins. And the Six of Coins. Okay. Bottom deck energy is the Knight of Cups. We have 2 knights, we have 2 sixes, and we have a number 2 here. Okay, so something that's definitely coming through for me is that there is some sort of partnership, some sort of a soulmate connection coming into your life. This could be either platonic or romantic, but for most of you, I'm picking up that this is a romantic energy. This could also be like a romantic energy where you're like best friends with, your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your future spouse or whatever. Okay, so like you could also like be in business with the people that you're in a relationship with, right? So this could be like, you know, a partnership in many different ways. I mean, I think in a way even parenting is kind of like a partnership. So yeah, it could be a partnership that has multiple facets to it. So maybe it's like a partnership that's romantic as well as like a business partnership, or it's a friendship and a business partnership, or it's a friendship and romantic partnership where you feel like your, like I said, your husband or your wife is your best friend, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend is your best friend. So that is something that I can see coming into your life. With the knights, the two knights, what I can see is that this person will probably be the same age as you, around the same age as you. And also with the two sixes, what I can see is that this is going to be a relationship or a connection that is very peaceful, that is very loving, that's very harmonious, that's very abundant, that is very fertile as well. So again, children is something that I can see coming out of this union. A very fruitful kind of a business is also something that I can see coming out of this relationship. So you know, whatever this partnership is about, whatever this love is that's coming into your life, I feel like it is going to bring a lot of peace and harmony and joy into your life, a lot of abundance into your life, also a lot of creativity in your life. For a very few of you, I also feel like this could bring some more money into your life, or it could also bring luxury into your life as well. Okay, so that is also something that I can see. Starting off, first off with the Knight of Coins though. What I can see with the Knight of Coins is that a message of light that's coming through for you is also that I think maybe I'm speaking to people who I'm trying to say this in the most polite way possible, and like trying to like not come across as making you look like bad people, but maybe you are a group of people who depends on external validation a little bit too much. And hear me out. I'm not blaming you or anything. I'm not calling you superficial or shallow. I think at some level all of us require and need some sort of external validation, and we all seek it as well. But I think a message that's coming through for you guys is that specifically when it comes to your work, or when it comes to growth, any kind of growth, whether it's emotional, whether it's personal, whether it's professional growth even, I feel like maybe you are the kind of people who feel like you have come a long way only when people tell you that they're proud of you, only when other people point it out to you. Okay, so I'll just give you like a random example. Suppose you're someone who's been going to the gym a lot, and there's like a certain weight goal that you're trying to reach. Maybe there's a certain body type that you'd like to be like, and you're working hard towards it. I feel like even if you personally are able to see the results of your working out in the mirror, you still like don't really believe that. You still only believe that you are, yes, achieving your goal or closer to achieving your goal or on the way to achieving your goal, only when someone else points it out. When you look in the mirror and you see that, you know, your body has changed, or when you're trying on the clothes that you currently own and you realize that there has been some sort of significant change in the way your body looks, that somehow doesn't make you feel like good enough. Okay, you only like fully believe in it when maybe a friend or like someone who you meet randomly comes up to you and says, oh my god, you look great, have you been working out? That's the only time you kind of readily believe that the work that you've been putting in towards your body has actually been showing its effects. So maybe you're the kind of people who like depends on external validation in that sense. And like a message of light that's coming through for you is that Spirit definitely wants you to be proud of your own success, be proud of your own growth. Okay. Of course, yes, it's normal for you to want words of affirmation from other people. Of course, it feels good when someone else compliments us, but it's also completely normal for us to compliment ourselves, for us to say, hey, oh my god, like, I have come a long way. Look at where I was at the beginning of the year and look at where I am now, or look at where I was at the beginning of my career and look at where I am now. Okay, so there's this feeling here where you're being encouraged to be proud of your own self and your own achievements and your own success. Okay, and not depend too much on other people to come and tell you that they're proud of you. Yeah, that is a message of light that's coming through for you. There's also a message here that, again, if there is something that you have left behind, there's a chapter that you have completely closed, there is a feeling here that Spirit wants you to acknowledge that it has taken you a lot of strength to be able to finally close that chapter for good. Okay, maybe this was a cycle, or this was a chapter that was very difficult for you to close. It was something very difficult for you to get over, or this was like a decision that was very difficult for you to make. But you know, you have shown a lot of strength, you have shown a lot of power in finally being able to make that decision for yourself and, you know, close a chapter or leave behind something that was no longer serving you. And like, Spirit is definitely acknowledging you. Spirit is definitely acknowledging the hard work that you have been putting in. And there are a lot of people, there's like a lot of energy here of there being a higher power that's really proud of you, but they also want you to be proud of yourself. They're almost trying to point out that you were able to make this decision because you have become better at setting healthier boundaries, or you have become better at making decisions, or you have come a long way. And it is something that shouldn't go acknowledged, and it shouldn't go uncelebrated is a word that I'm getting. I don't even know if that's a real word. Like, is uncelebrated a word? I don't think so. But that is a message of light that is coming through for you. They're wanting you to be proud of your own strength. They're wanting you to be proud of your own achievements and your own success. Okay, and pat your own back before you expect someone else to do that. So that's a message of light that's coming through. With the Page of Cups, there is a soulmate, there is a romantic partner, someone possibly very charming, someone who you will get along with really well, someone who you can have really good conversations with, that's coming into your life really soon. And they're going to bring a lot more balance into your life. If you have felt like there are things in your life currently that you have had to deal with on your own, and you wish there was someone you could share your problems with, you could share your burdens with, share even the happy moments in your life with, then this person is definitely going to be there for you through ups and downs of your life, for you to share with them whatever is on your mind, whatever is on your heart. Okay, and they will also feel very comfortable doing that with you. Okay, so that is a message of light that's coming through for you. And this is someone who you could possibly meet through work, through like an educational institution. So maybe you've joined like the same course or classes, maybe your college or university friends, maybe your school friends, maybe your colleagues, maybe their clients. I don't know, they're somehow meeting you through work. Is a message that I'm getting here. But they're definitely bringing a lot in your life. They're bringing a lot of like kindness, and they're bringing a lot of joy and happiness and like a soft energy into your life. And that is the message of light that's coming through for you, that there is there's literally love and light that's coming into your lives, group number 1. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end your reading on that note. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this reading. Subscribe to my channel for more readings from. It's free of cost and it helps me grow as a creator here on YouTube. Happy Diwali, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the green aventurine heart crystal, so let's find out what messages of light there are for you in today's reading. As always, I have all of your oracle cards pre-shuffled right here. I will also be bringing in tarot for you in a while, but let's get started with these cards first. First up, we have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Next up, we have Aging. Okay. Then we have Joy and Peace. Okay. A message of light immediately for you guys. Group number 2, something that I'm getting is that I don't know what chronological age you are. I think there's a feeling with you guys that maybe you feel like you're too old to do something. You're too old to start a new business, or you're too old to now find someone to fall in love with, or you're too old to meet someone new or to make new friends, or you're too old to pursue a passion, or you're too old for something. Okay, there is some sort of like a mental block in your mind because of your age, and I don't know whether that's because you're actually like much older in life, or maybe you're just like in your late 20s and you feel like, oh my god, it's like my 30s are approaching and I'm too old now. Age is just a number, group number 2. That is something that I immediately want to tell you guys. Like, age is just a number. You're as old as you feel you are. You're as old as you think you are. You can be young at heart and be, you know, 96 years old. It doesn't even matter. Okay. Also, something that I'm getting is maybe for some of you, like all jokes aside, maybe some of you are feeling pressured because of your age. You're feeling pressured to maybe do certain things. Maybe you're feeling pressured to marry because you're getting older, or maybe you're feeling like you're too old and like people my age are a lot more stable or secure when it comes to their income or when it comes to their career, or people my age are having children. When am I gonna have children? Or people my age or people younger than me have already bought a home and I'm still renting, or I'm still living with my parents. And I feel like that's something that you are like, maybe that's something that is creating a mental block in your mind, and that is something that's affecting your ego in like a very harsh way, and that in turn is standing in your way for potentially succeeding or like potential like growth. I think there is like something here, like some sort of mental block here that's kind of taking away your peace of mind because you feel like you're too old, or like, I don't know, and that in turn is affecting your ego, and that in turn is affecting your productivity and your self-worth, your self-image, and that in turn is affecting the happiness and the joy that you feel in your life. It's like a vicious cycle, group number 2, that I feel like you're caught in. And a message of light for you is, first of all, that there's no such thing as I'm too old for dash dash dash, like fill in the blanks. Okay, you're never too old for anything. It's never too late for you to achieve anything in life. It's never too late for you to learn anything in life. It's never too late for anything. Okay, there's no, like, time is a very man-made construct. Okay, like the concept of time means quite different in like the universe and the way that the universe works. Like, the universal clock works in a very different way than, you know, human time does. Like, Universal time is just divine timing, okay? Things happening for you when they're meant to happen for you, when it's the right time for things to happen for you or to you. Yeah. And man-made time is, of course, you know, we go to sleep at this time, we wake up at this time, we finish college by this age, we get married by this age, we buy our first home by this age, we retire by this age. And I mean, there are how many billions of people living on this planet? How can we all operate on the same timeline? We cannot, right? It's not humanly possible for all of us to have the same kind of copy-pasted timelines in our life, right? Group number 2. So a message of light that's coming through for you is to please work on this mental block that you have, that you're too old to do something, okay? You're not too old to understand Gen Z lingo, you're not too old to be on TikTok, okay? Nothing of that sort. You're not too old to go to college, you're not too old to be writing a new book, writing your first book even, okay? You're never too old to do anything, okay? Age is just a number and you are as young as you feel. So a message of light to you is that there's a higher power that's wanting you to feel young, okay? Feel young on the inside, have like a young heart, a young mind, a young soul, okay? And that in itself is going to bring so much joy and so much peace into your life. Once you stop worrying about your age, once you stop worrying about the effects of the age on you, okay? Maybe like there are wrinkles, maybe you have like gray hair, whatever it is, okay? Once you get past those things, once you get past those aspects that make you feel old, you're going to realize that you're not too old for anything. And just knowing that, just believing in that is going to bring a lot of joy and a lot of peace into your life. Group number 2. That's the message of light that's coming into your life. You are totally deserving of happiness and joy and peace, okay? Whether that's mental peace, whether that's emotional peace, whether it's just peace with knowing that, you know, we have like chosen to be born on this very physical planet, on this very physical plane, where we have been born into a certain meat suit, and this meat suit is going to get older and there will be wear and tear. And you know, someday we will all die, probably because of old age, and that's just part and parcel of life, okay? What we can do is, while we're here, make most of our time here, right? And that is something that you're being encouraged to do. That's the message of light for you. Let's get you some tarot cards. I will be live shuffling the Tarot of the Divine to get you more messages of light. So more messages of light for group number 2, please. I feel like there was that one card that really wanted to pop up, but then it went back in, and that could be your energy. You know, you find something that your soul really resonates with, you get excited about it, but then you kind of notch that energy down because you're like, no, why am I getting excited about that? I'm too old for that. That's not possible for me. So yeah, maybe that could be your energy. But let's see what messages of light there are for you. Group number 2s. I'm really feeling this card. Yeah, there's the 8 of Swords. It's the 3 of Wands. We have the High Priestess. We have the 7 of Wands. And we have the World to end your reading. All's well that ends well. Okay, bottom deck energy is the 7 of Swords. This feeling that you're not good enough, this feeling is not only keeping you trapped, it's not only affecting your self-esteem, not only is it not allowing you to live up to your full potential, group number 2, this is also something that's not helping you live your true authentic self. Maybe there are parts of yourself that you feel like you have to hide because you feel like, oh my god, if people know that I do this at this age or this stage in my life, people are gonna make fun of me. And you're probably, you know, living in your self-made cave. You're living in like this self-made cage when all you want to do is just like run free and wild and naked into the streets. I mean, I'm all for running free and wild in the streets. Cautiously, make sure there are no vehicles around, but definitely don't be running naked on the streets. Group number group number two. That's yeah, that could be traumatizing to some people. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna roam around in your house naked, why am I getting this message and where is this reading going? Okay, let's come back. Yeah, the message of light for you is that there's a higher power here that's wanting you to live your true authentic self. Okay, nakedness could also mean that, you know, you're completely vulnerable, you're completely yourself, you have nothing to hide, you are living your true authentic self. You're like, this is me, hello world, this is me. Okay, and yeah, I mean, we do have the world card here, but we'll get to that. So yeah, maybe this is like a metaphorical running in the streets naked. Okay, yeah. Moving on from the image of naked people running in the streets to the Three of Wands energy. Okay, so what I can see in the Three of Wands is that, yeah, there is a ladder that you gotta keep climbing. Like, that's the whole point of life, group number two. Life is not a race, it's a marathon. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you come in first, whether you come in second, it doesn't matter how fast you have made it to the finish line, it doesn't matter how many people you have left behind on your way to the finish line. What matters is that you have made it to the finish line. Okay, the journey, the actual marathon, like what you went through till you reached, like, you know, while the marathon started and when the marathon ended, what happens in between is what matters. Okay, so there's life and there's death, and then the in between that matters. And there's just basically a message of light for you is almost to like, there's like a very tough love message, like, you know, there's like the strict energy, the strict authoritarian energy that's asking you not to waste your life away. It's asking you to, you know, embrace the life that you have been given, to fully, you know, be here and experience life and enjoy it, and, you know, experience it for what it is. Yeah, that is what that's the message of life that's coming through you. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, be open to experiencing new things, be open to experiencing life. Okay, with the High Priestess, what I can see is that a message of light for you is that you are probably a group that has a very strong intuition. Okay, and your intuition is the one that's finding these things that your soul is excited about, but you're just suppressing not just your soul but also maybe your intuition. You're not listening to that gut feeling, you're not listening to that inkling, that like niggling sound in the back of your mind that's saying, hey, you know what, maybe we can try this. You're like shushing that sound, you're like shushing that voice. And a message of light for you is, please start listening to your intuition, please start taking your intuition seriously. Okay, let your intuition guide you is a message of light. Okay, so like, your intuition is the light that is going to guide you. Your intuition is like the North Star. Your intuition is like the lighthouse that the sailors can just come to. Okay, like it's what's gonna guide you to your destiny. It's gonna guide you to success, to rewards, to achievements, to you know, finally being able to live a very happy, fulfilled life where you feel like my life is full. I have lived my life with no regrets. I have lived my life the way I wanted to. I have lived my life in the way that I wanted to live it. Okay, that's a feeling that you definitely deserve to have. Everyone deserves to have that, but there's like so much potential in you, group number 2, that spirit recognizes, and they want you to not sleep on your potential. Like when you sleep on your potential, you are kind of almost not fulfilling your life's purpose. And what they're saying is that you definitely have it in you. You have what it takes to be successful, to fulfill what you have chosen this life for, to really live up to your life's potential and to live up to your life's purpose. Okay, they're saying that you have the potential to do that if only you would listen to your intuition, if you'd only listen to your inner voice. Your inner child is also something that I heard. So yeah, maybe like inner child healing is something that you probably need to do. I have a reading here on my channel about messages from your inner child. You can probably watch that video after you're done with this reading, and maybe that's gonna help you in some way. But if you feel like you can on your own help yourself, help your inner child, then please by all means do that. My purpose here as a tarot reader is just to guide you, and it doesn't matter whether that guidance comes from me or comes from your own self. As long as you end up happy, you end up with joy and peace in your life, that's all that matters. And yeah, there is a feeling that you're too hard on yourself. You're almost crushing your own potential. You're burying your desires and needs so deep into your subconscious that like they're struggling to even see the light. And a message of light to you is just that there are parts of you that are desiring so much to be in the light, to be out in the open, to be almost on display for the world to see. And somehow maybe you are like there's some sort of mental block in your mind that's stopping you from taking action towards those goals and those dreams. And because of that, they will always remain like unresolved. They will always remain like like unfulfilled desires, and that's not what spirit wants you to experience. That's not the kind of life spirit wants you to have and live, because they know your potential and they know you're capable of more. You're capable of it all, and that's the message of light to you. Okay, encouragement to go after whatever it is that you want to do, and not worry so much about being too old, or about what people are going to say, or if people are going to make fun of you. It doesn't matter, as long as it brings you peace, as long as it makes you happy, as long as you feel like you're on top of the world. Nothing else matters, group number 2. So yeah, that is the message of light that's coming through for you. 1818 when I saw the screen, so that might be a significant number for you. And 8 plus 1 is 9, which to me signifies like the last couple of things, like the finishing touches that you have to do before you can finally close a chapter and begin a new one. So like the last finishing touches that you can do, that's literally standing in between you and the world, is just you finally listening to your intuition, letting your intuition guide you. Yeah, so that is where I'm gonna end your reading, group number 2. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading. If you like my energy, if you like the way that I do my readings, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's free of cost and it helps me grow as a creator here on YouTube. It helps YouTube kind of understand that people like watching my videos, and it shares my videos or shows them to new people, other people who might also benefit from these messages. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope you have a really good holiday season, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye guys. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the rose quartz heart crystal, so let's find out what messages of light there are for you. As always, I have all of your oracle cards pre-shuffled right here. I will also be getting tarot for you guys in this reading, but let's get started with these cards first. First up, we have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Next up, we have spaciousness. We have dreams, and we have dignity. Okay, a message that came immediately for you guys, group number 3, is that Spirit is really wanting you to be more confident, to take up more space, okay? To not dim your light, to not dumb yourself down, to not try to fit and adjust into places. Instead, to, like, you know, take up space so that there's more space, so the space itself can expand almost. Yeah, I feel like for some of you this is like a message that's coming through, maybe for like just how Spirit wants you to be generally in life, but for a couple of you, I think this is like a message of how you should be dealing in your workspace. I think a message of light that's coming through for you is that you can be loud and proud and still come across as someone who's very dignified. You can step into your divine masculine energy irrespective of whether you identify as a male or a female or any other gender, group number 3. Like, gender is not what I'm talking about here. We all have feminine and masculine energy in us, okay? And I think what message is coming through for you guys, like a message of light that's coming through for you guys, is that especially if you are a woman, maybe you have been grown up, or maybe you have been taught, or maybe it's just the society that expects from us to be shy, to be quiet, to be more demure, to be more dainty, to not be loud and proud, to just, like, you know, almost like be like a damsel in distress, even if we don't relate to that energy, even if we are not that, even if we are someone who's very capable of taking care of our own selves, our own needs, we're still expected to depend on, you know, the masculine a lot more. But I think a message of light for you is that instead of depending on the masculine, you can embody the masculine, okay? So if, say, this is like a work situation and there are only men working in your team, or even if it's like a group of just women, okay, what message of light is coming through for you is to not sit by quietly, is to not sit and, you know, be a passive kind of participant in the situation, but rather to you know, stand up and not be afraid of voicing your own opinion. And just by voicing your opinion, or just by standing for what you believe in, or almost even being stubborn, doesn't make you undignified, or doesn't make you impolite. I think there is a way of putting your way across without coming off as rude or arrogant. There are ways in which you can, you know, have your cake and eat it too, is something that I heard. There are ways in which you can express yourself without compromising on manners, or without compromising on how you're being viewed by other people. Like, that's a message that I'm getting here. This is just an example, okay? So like, if, like I was saying, this is like a group of people that you're working with, and you feel like you just have to keep quiet because nobody is going to listen to you, or nobody is going to, pay any attention to your ideas or your level of expertise. That's something that Spirit wants you to stop doing, okay? Do not doubt your own skill. Do not doubt your own talent. Do not doubt your own opinion and your own voice and your own perspective, okay? It is a group and you are more than welcome to, and you should feel safe enough to be able to express yourself, okay? Especially when you're working in a group setting. Whether someone agrees with you or not is a completely different ball game, okay? That's a completely different thing. Not everyone has to agree with you, group number 3. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, the fear of not being accepted, if that's something that's holding you back, then you're probably also holding yourself back in places where people would agree with you, right? Like how do you know people are not going to agree to you if you don't put your point forth in the first place? Okay, this is just an assumption that you have in your mind, right? Then that people are not going to agree with me, or people are going to think that this is not my time or my place to be expressing myself or to be saying this, or like, who do I think I am for, expressing my voice, expressing my opinion. That's all in your head. Like, till you don't actually put your ideas out in the world, how will you know how people are responding to that, or how people are going to respond to that, right? So like a message of light for you is to just take up space, okay? Step into your masculine energy and, be loud and proud. You can still go after your dreams with confidence, and you are very much capable of succeeding and making a name and place for you in the world in a very dignified manner, and in a way that's going to bring more dignity, more credibility, more authority into your life, okay? Like, if you think about it this way, we're going back to that same office scenario where you have maybe pitched an idea, yeah, and suppose your bosses really like it. From the next meeting onwards, there is a possibility that your bosses might say, okay, has everyone pitched their ideas? Hey, group number 3, what about you? Like, what do you think about this? Right? That's going to give you some level of credibility. That's going to give you an opportunity to get noticed by people in power, and there is a possibility that your talents and your skill can be recognized, and that's going to do so much for yourself, right? I mean, not only is that going to help you succeed in your career, that's also going to help you have like a very positive self-image about yourself. It's going to do wonders for your confidence. It's going to make you feel more confident, right? The next time someone asks for your opinion, you will be able to express yourself a lot more freely. Right? So that's the energy that I'm picking up for you guys, group number 3. Like, that's the message of light, to like step into a place of more confidence, okay? If you are someone who's operating from a very divine feminine energy, Spirit is asking you to step more into your divine masculine energy, okay? And that it's okay for you to step into your divine masculine energy, especially if you identify as a woman or as a female, okay? So that is a message that I'm getting for you guys. I mean, irrespective of your gender, the message is for you to step into your divine masculine. But I think when people identify as women, and I'm speaking this from like a very personal space because I personally identify as a woman, as a female, so I get it. I get the hesitation when you feel like you have to put your foot down and you have to be loud, you have to be kind of you kind of have to embody traits that are quote unquote masculine, and that is kind of like a uncomfortable choice for you to make, right? That sometimes doesn't come very naturally to us, but that's the message of light coming through for you, to become more comfortable with stepping into that energy, with stepping into your divine masculinity without having some sort of like a god complex, but also without feeling any guilt about it. It's just something that's very normal, it's very natural, it'll come with practice, it'll come with time, But the message of light for you is to allow yourself to be able to embody the divine masculine in your life to a point where it comes more naturally to you. Okay, so that's what I can see for you guys. Let's now live shuffle the tarot of the divine to get some more messages of light for you, group number 3. Oh, so many cards. No, I'm gonna take the Queen of Coins because it fell face first. But yeah, I mean, take that also as a message. Maybe you have so many ideas, maybe you have so many thoughts, maybe you have so much to say that's just wanting to like come out, that's just looking for a channel to flow out, and somehow you're maybe feeling a little bit underconfident in doing that. And that again is encouragement, you know, like let it flow, let it go, let the cards fall where they will fall. Yeah. This card I'm feeling, we have the 10 of Coins. Oh my god, and the fact that it has come right next to the Queen of Coins. Okay, yeah, see, like cards are just popping out for you. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I'm almost getting like a domino effect. 5 of Cups. Okay, like a domino effect, like one thing is just gonna lead to another. Did I say it for you guys? It feels like you guys are stuck in a vicious cycle where you feel like one thing affects another thing, affects another thing, affects another thing. So like, you know, your inability to speak up affects your self-confidence, affects the way you look at yourself, affects maybe the way that people view you, affects the way you work, affects your rewards at your work, and then it's like a vicious cycle again, you know, affects your self-esteem again. And yeah, so like it's like a domino effect. That's like an energy that I'm picking up for you guys. You also have a lot in common. Like, I don't know, a bit of an energy that I'm picking up from you guys was also an energy that I was picking up from the previous group, and they got full moon in Leo and you guys got new moon in Leo. So maybe group number 2 was a group that you were also feeling drawn to. If you are not, maybe if you have the time, you can go and listen to group number 2's reading as well after you're done with this reading, if you have the time for it, of course. But yeah, I am picking up on some similarities. Last up, as your bottom deck energy, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. I want to include this card in your reading as well, group number 3. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is definitely going to turn in your favor once you step into your divine masculine, once you step into this like Leo energy, this like energy of confidence, where you're very confidently going after your dreams, where you're very confidently saying, hey, I'm here and I'm here to stay and I require space to exist and you are going to give it to me. Yeah, that's the kind of energy, just like confidence. Yes, okay. Like, you know, like a chest open, chest facing the world, ready to take on the world kind of energy is what I'm picking up on from you guys. Okay, but let's get started with your tarot cards down here, with the Queen of Coins being right next to the 10 of Coins. There is so much potential, group number 3, that you have that you don't even know. And again, this was a message that came up for the previous group as well. It almost feels like you are sleeping on your potential. This is also a possibility. For some of you, this might resonate with that. Maybe your skills and your resources you're using to make somebody else rich. You're using so that somebody else can line their own pockets. But there is a possibility here that they can exist and they can thrive, but you can also use your own skill and your own resources for your own self, in the sense that maybe you can start your own company, or maybe you can use these things and invest this time and energy and these like resources, your skills, your talents, in your own maybe business, in your own work, so that you can reach a place of abundance. Like maybe there's a possibility here that you can create abundance for yourself. Yeah, that is something that I'm picking up on. Like the potential here for you to possibly be self-employed, or for you to work on your own, or to be alone. Maybe some of you are wondering if you'll ever be able to leave like a toxic relationship. Yes, you will. There is potential here for you to be able to live, not just survive, but also thrive on your own. Okay, when you invest your own resources into yourself, into something that is of your own. Okay, so that's something that I'm picking up on with the Queen of Coins and the 10 of Coins. All of a sudden, something that's really drawing me in is like the level of like blue that's coming here, and this kind of like a light blue kind of energy really reminds me of the throat chakra. So yeah, there is this emphasis here that your throat chakra is maybe blocked, and that basically just means that you are not able to speak your truth. And the message of light that's coming through for you is that a higher power definitely wants you to have the confidence to speak your truth in a dignified way in order to go after your dreams, because the wheel of fortune is in your favor. Plus you are also talented and skilled, and you will put in the hard work as well to be able to create the life of abundance that you deserve, and that you are maybe currently helping someone else achieve, but you can also do this for yourself. Okay, so that's a message that's really coming through for you guys. With the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the King of Cups, again, there's like this very beautiful energy of like yin and yang. It's like, balancing the masculine and the feminine. Like when I tell you to step into your masculine power, I'm not asking you to abandon your feminine side. I'm not asking you to abandon your divine feminine. The whole, like the name of the game is temperance, group number 3. The whole point of this is to just live a more balanced life, where there's a balance between your masculine and your feminine side, and you know when to embody the divine masculine and when to embody the divine feminine in order to succeed. Okay, in order to get what you want without being manipulative, without being like someone who's stepping on someone else's toes. No, that's not what this is about. This is about your personal growth. Okay, so don't think about coming across as manipulative. That's not what's happening here. Looking out for yourself, wanting to succeed and grow for yourself is completely normal and completely natural. And again, that's something that maybe you feel guilty about, especially if you identify as a woman, because that's just the society we live in, right? Like if we are succeeding in life, it's just like we're asked to consider so many things, like do we deserve it? What are we doing to get here? Are we stepping on people's toes? Like is everyone else around us comfortable that we're here? Why do we need to care about how other people feel about us? If we intimidate other people, that's not our problem, right? And like this is not even coming from a place of arrogance. This is just coming from a place of confidence. Like how you feel about me, or how you feel about yourself when you see me working on myself, is not my problem. It's none of my business. My work here is not to make you feel good about you. Okay, and in order to do that, I definitely am not expected or obligated to dim my own light, to dumb myself down. Okay, and that's definitely something that you shouldn't be doing, group number 3. So like that's the energy, that's the message here for you, to find a balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They can both exist at the same time, and sometimes some situations in life require you to embody the divine masculine, and some situations and some circumstances require you to step into the divine feminine. Okay, and yeah, you and like how you choose to do that, when, like how do you know when to step into which energy, that'll come with time. That'll come if you allow both these sides of yourself to exist at the same time. Okay, these energies will guide you. These energies, a higher power, okay, just like light in general, the universe is going to guide you. Okay, you will know in your heart and soul when you are supposed to step into your divine feminine and when you're supposed to step into your divine masculine. Nobody is gonna have to tell you that. Okay, if you allow both of these energies to coexist at the same time, they'll work beautifully with each other. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, with the 5 of Cups, what I can see is that another and like the last parting message for you guys, group number 3, a message of light for you, is that what's gone is gone. There is no point crying over spilt milk. Maybe there are opportunities that you have lost in your life and you feel guilty about that because maybe you felt like you had better ideas, or you, like, if only, maybe there are some regrets in your life. And 21 when I said that, so yeah, maybe there are regrets in your life about opportunities that you have missed in your life prior to knowing this, prior to having this knowledge. A message of light for you is to not give yourself a hard time because of it. Okay, what's meant for you is never going to pass you, and what's meant for you is never going to leave you. Okay, so if an opportunity was truly meant to be yours, it'll come back to you. Don't worry about it. Okay, and if it's gone, it's gone, and if it doesn't come back, then it was never meant to be yours. Okay, so there's no need for you to feel guilt. Okay, any kind of guilt. If there is some sort of guilt, some kind of regret that you have, try to use the full moon's energy, or just, you know, at any time whenever you feel comfortable, just try to release that guilt. Okay, free yourself of that guilt by forgiving yourself. Okay, so yeah, that's the message that I'm receiving for you guys, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading. Let me know whether it resonated or not. Subscribe to my channel for more readings from me, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.